Okay, so this is the Carrie blood knife. This, to all intents and purposes, looks like an ordinary kitchen knife. It's made from 2mm mild steel, all the way around, completely unsharpened. It is blunt as blunt can be and still look like a knife. Really can barely chop butter. But because it needs to look like a kitchen knife, it still comes to a point, quite a rounded off point, but still a point. So despite the fact that it is stage blunt, I would highly recommend that you always very carefully choreograph any fight scenes that involve something like this, because it is only 2mm thick, it comes to a rough point, it's rigid metal, you could still stab someone with it. It's still a weapon, so it's as blunt as we can make it for stage, but it's still, you know, capable of poking into someone's stomach or eyeballs or anything else. So please always do take care. Now the trick to this blood knife is in the hollow handle. So you'll see there's on the side that you kind of squeeze if you're right-handed with your fingers there, your side there, it has a hollow in the handle. Now if you push towards the back of this hollow, you'll see up comes the wooden kind of finger trap there, revealing the hollow inside, into which you would insert your pipette full of fake blood. That goes into the handle and out, and if you can look really closely, just about there, if you can see that, there is a little hole near the base of the cutting edge of the knife where the pipette's nozzle would stick out, and then when you've got it fully loaded, you close it, it sits about like that. I mean, it's not ideal, but this is the best that I can engineer. And then when you squeeze on that, blood will come oozing out onto the bottom edge and you can draw that across. So let's have a look. Firstly, just in case you've not seen this process before, filling up the blood pipette. So you get yourself a little container. You can just use the cap of your fake blood. It's a little container. Take your pipette, squeeze it, squeeze it so it's as squished as it can get. Put the end of the nozzle in and let it suck up some blood. Okay, if you want it as full as can be to get as much out of it, so hold it upright now, squeeze it, get rid of all the air. Do it quite carefully. Don't want to get it all over my keyboard. And then plunge it back in and let it draw up, and now you've got a nice full pipette. You can see it's all dark and ugh. Okay, this is the only fiddly bit. You've got to lift up the trap as far as you can go and then insert this in and feel around with the nozzle tip for the hole and just push that in. So I've pushed that all the way up in there, and you can just see there, that's the nozzle, that's the end of the nozzle of the pipette there. Close that down without squeezing it, and there you are, you have fully loaded, and it looks like this. Oh! And you can get quite a lot of use. You get a good kind of 6 or 7 slashes out of it, and now my desk looks like some kind of murder scene. It's as simple as that, really. It doesn't take too long to reload if you need to. Oh god, now look, red arm. And it's very easy to use. You don't need to be terribly strong to squeeze the trigger or anything like that. Obviously you do need to be careful when it is fully loaded. If you do squeeze it, it will ooze blood or squirt blood. So make sure you squeeze it at the appropriate time. And so there you have it. That is the blood knife, kitchen knife. Hope it works out for you.